Today we're taking a look at these college basketball matches, which are happening on Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Tulsa Golden Hurricane versus East Carolina Pirates. Brandon Johnson is leading East Carolina in scoring and rebounding with averages of 13.1 points and 8.4 rebounds per game, while Jaden Walker is the leader in assists with an average of 2.4 assists per game. East Carolina has just two players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team the Pirates are scoring an average of 69.8 points per game, while shooting 40.9% overall and 31.6% from three-point territory. Tulsa looks to snap a 8-game losing streak with a victory at home on Tuesday when hosting East Carolina. Tulsa is 5-21 overall and an AAC worst 1-14. The Golden Hurricane were defeated by the Temple Owls 76-53 on Sunday. The Golden Hurricanes have lost 8 straight and 15 of the last 16, with only a victory over Tulane during that span. Sam Griffin is leading Tulsa in scoring with an average of 15.2 points per game, while Brian Celebang is the second leading scorer and the leading rebounder with averages of 12.6 points and 9.5 rebounds per game. Anthony Pritchard is the leader in assists with an average of 4.1 assists per game. Tulsa has only two players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team is scoring an average of 67.1 points per game. Our team pick is East Carolina Pirates win. East Carolina will pick up a victory on the road Tuesday and sweep its 2-game season series with Tulsa, but the play here is over. The over has cashed in 5 of East Carolina's last 6 as well as in 11 of Tulsa's last 14. In the first meeting between the two, 143 points were scored, which cashed over the closing line of 140.5 points. Tulsa's defense is allowing an average of 78.5 points per game and 47.6% shooting. Our total pick is over 143 points. Creighton Blue Jays versus Marquette Golden Eagles. Cam Jones is leading Marquette in scoring with an average of 14.9 points per game, while Oso Ighodaro is the leading rebounder with an average of 6.0 rebounds per game, and Tyler Kolek is the leader in assists with an average of 7.6 assists per game. Marquette has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team is scoring an average of 80.7 points per game. Creighton looks for its second consecutive victory when hosting Marquette on Tuesday. The Blue Jays are 18-9 overall and 12-4 in Big East play following a 77-67 victory over the St. John's Red Storm on Saturday. Creighton has won 9 of its last 10 with only a loss to Providence over that span. The Blue Jays are tied for second in the Big East, 1 game behind Marquette. Ryan Kalkbrenner is leading Creighton in scoring with an average of 14.8 points per game, while Baylor Scarman is the leading rebounder with an average of 8.1 rebounds per game, and Ryan Nembhard is the leader in assists with an average of 5.0 assists per game. Creighton has 5 players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team is scoring an average of 76.3 points per game. Our team pick is Marquette Golden Eagles win. Marquette will pick up a victory on the road and continue leading the Big East by 1 game, but the play here is under. The under has cashed in 3 of Marquette's last 5 as well as in 7 of Creighton's last 10. In the first meeting between the two earlier this season, a total of 127 points were scored, which easily finished under a closing line of 153.5 points. Creighton's defense is solid, holding components to an average of 67.5 points per game and 42.0% field goal shooting. Our total pick is under 151 points. Iowa State versus Texas. Texas cannot afford to overlook any of their next opponents, especially with Kansas looming as the last game of the season. The Longhorns will be focused on this one and beat this struggling Cyclone team at home. Iowa State has only covered 2 of its last 9 games and is trending in the wrong direction. The Cyclones do not have a reliable scorer to put up big numbers in close games, and it has hurt them recently. Texas has one of the top 3 scorers in the conference in Carr, and the combination of him and Rice has been very strong on the perimeter lately. Timmy Allen is a smart and physical post player that should do damage on the inside. The Longhorns are focused on winning the regular season Big 12 title and will roll the Cyclones in this one. Take Texas to win and cover at home. The total was set at 132.5 in the first matchup between these teams this season, and they combined to score 145, going way over the total. Texas has hit the over in 3 of their last 4 and lay at a fast tempo with their quick guards. The Longhorns' tempo is ranked 75th out of 363 teams, as they play fast in transition and do not have a true post player to slow the game down. Timmy Allen scores in the post, but he also excels in the mid-range and does not need to slow the game down to score. Texas has the 12th most efficient offense in the country and will be able to score on their home floor. The first game went way over the total, and this game will too. Take the over 135 points. Texas Tech versus Oklahoma. After dropping 4 in a row against the spread, the Sooners have won ATS. In their past 2 games, Texas Tech has won 3 straight against the spread. Oklahoma beat Texas Tech outright earlier this year on the road. With no significant changes since that game, look for the Sooners to play Texas Tech tough at home this time around. Take Oklahoma minus 2.5 points. The Sooners have gone over in 6 of their previous 7 games, and their opponents have scored 70 or more points in 7 of the last 8. Texas Tech has gone over the point total in 5 of the last 7 games. Oklahoma and Texas Tech currently rank 279th and 113th in pace of play respectively. Most signs point to a higher scoring affair. Look for this game to go over 138 points. Georgia versus Arkansas. Georgia has lost 9 of their previous 10 games against the spread. Arkansas has won 6 of their previous 9 games and 4 of their last 5 at home against the spread. Georgia was blown out at home by Arkansas earlier this year. Look for Arkansas to control this game from the opening tip-off. Take Arkansas to cover. Georgia has gone over the point total in 3 of their previous 4 games and 5 of their past 7. Arkansas has gone over the point total in 3 of their past 4 games and 3 straight at home. Arkansas and Georgia currently rank 104th and 161st in pace of play respectively. Most signs point to a higher scoring affair. Look for this game to go over 142 points. Indiana versus Michigan State. Tom Izzo's been in control of this Spartans program for so long that I've grown accustomed to the thinking that he'll have his guys bounce back, especially after a rough defensive outing. This year it's been no different, as Michigan State is 2-0 SU in games following an outing where the Spartans allowed 80-plus points. Both of those wins came against decent teams, Oregon, Iowa, and the fact that Michigan State is also 6-3 ATS this year when coming off a loss and covering the spread by an average of 3.3 points in those games doesn't hurt either. Simply put, I can't completely trust Indiana to give the scoring support to Trace Jackson Davis when they are on the road. The Hoosiers haven't scored more than 62 points in any of their past 4 road games overall and went 1-3 ATS in the process. Michigan State gets its revenge in the ATS wins. If a line of thought my handicapping is taking in this game centers on the idea that Indiana is going to have a tough time scoring from both their own road woes offensively and the likelihood of a very good Michigan State defense, ranked 27th in the country in Ken Palm's edged stat, bounces back, it's a play on the under or nothing in terms of betting this total. Michigan State is the best under bet at home in the entire Big Ten, with 3-9 OU record in true home games this year, as that sub-60 points allowed / game the average plays a big part in that. Michigan State's defense ranks first in the country in Ken Palm's Oppo stat, which is the average AJO of all their opponents, as it's been a defensive core that's been tested and tested again. More often than not, especially at home, this Michigan State defense passes the test they are assigned that day, and hopefully, that's the case once again here with both the side and total plays. Our total pick is under 135 points. Utah State versus Wyoming. Having a little faith in something Wyoming's offense clicking, that's been so inconsistent is tough to get behind in this particular spot though, because it's Utah State's offense that's been the one that's been consistently good all year long. The Aggies are 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games overall, and with them off a game shooting just 25% from distance, this Utah State team that averages basically 40% from beyond the arc as a team should be able to produce at a much more efficient rate. Even another average offensive night from Utah State relative to their own high standards should be more than enough to cover this number against Wyoming. Barring a lights-out shooting night from the Cowboys, our team pick is Utah State minus 5 points. Expecting a few more shots from distance to drop for Utah State has the over as the total play that's got me interested because I do believe Wyoming should be able to find at least some stretches of offensive success at times given this is a home game for them. The Cowboys average 75.6 points per home game compared to their overall average of 69.7 points per game, and that multiple possession difference can't completely be ignored. Utah State puts up 75.1 points on average on the road this year, and those two numbers simply added up together give us a bit of margin for error in terms of getting up and over this 145 number. That's plenty enough for me to fire on the over 145 points. Fresno State versus Air Force. The injury to Moore already hurts the subpar offense of Fresno State. When we also consider that the Bulldogs are 3-8 on the road while Air Force is 10-7 at home, I'm going to be giving the edge to the Falcons. Air Force can elevate their game on offense, especially from three-point range. The Falcons are shooting over 6% better from beyond the arc compared to the Bulldogs. Furthermore, Air Force takes care of the ball much better compared to the Bulldogs. While these two teams match up similarly in most other categories, I believe those factors will give Air Force the edge in this affair. Take Air Force. The last time these two teams played, they scored a combined 99 points. I don't expect them to increase their total to 125, especially with the injury to Moore for the Bulldogs. Fresno State has one of the lowest scoring offenses in the NCAA, and both teams rely on their defense to win their games. Both teams also play at a slow pace, meaning there will be fewer possessions and fewer opportunities for each team to score. Considering Fresno State shoots less than 30% from 3 and has averaged only 50 points in their last 2 games, I feel safe taking the under. Take the under 125 points. San Jose State versus Nevada. Nevada was favored by 2 on the road when these teams met earlier this season, and proceeded to win by 27 to a score of 67-40. Nevada has the Spartans' number and knows how to defend them. San Jose State just got blown out on their home floor by New Mexico in a game that was supposed to be close, and they now must travel to Nevada, and the Wolfpack are undefeated on their home floor this conference season. Both teams have high-scoring wings in Moore and Lucas, but Nevada has a much stronger team behind their top guy. Blackshear has a versatile game for Nevada that is difficult to defend, and Nevada also has the better 7-footer in the matchup as Baker will outplay Diallo. Nevada is the far superior team and will have no problem covering. Take Nevada to win and cover at home. Both of these teams play a slow brand of basketball. San Jose State has one of the slowest tempos in the country. They have ranked 347th out of 363 Division I schools in pace of play. The Spartans only have one scorer averaging over 10 points and are not a threat to put up big numbers in this one. San Jose State only managed 40 points on their home floor the last time these teams met. Nevada does not play very fast either. Their tempo is ranked 247th in the country. Nevada will be able to control the flow of this game on their home floor and be able to comfortably win while still keeping this under the total. Take under 137 points. Colorado State versus San Diego State. San Diego State only has 4 more games in the regular season after this one and faces New Mexico, who beat them at home this season, in their next game, and then Boise State. Colorado State only has 4 wins in MWC play, but they have won 2 of their last 3 games. However, 2 teams they beat are well under .500 in conference play. Even with 2 big games coming up, the Aztecs will not take Colorado State for granted. They only have a 1-game lead over Boise State in the conference standings, and the Rams took them to out in a close one over them several games back. SDSU will play great defense at home, and while not scoring a lot, they will still win comfortably and cover the spread. Our team pick is San Diego State minus 11.5 points. The total went over when these teams met, but the game would have gone under if it did not go overtime. The under is the pick I am leaning toward in this game, and with good reason. Each team beat Fresno State on the road in their last game, with the Rams only scoring 60 points and the Aztecs putting up a season-low 45 points. Each team played great defense in their last game, and each will do the same in this one, especially the Aztecs at home. This game will be the polar opposite of a barn burner, which is why the under is the pick. Take the under.